And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the designated visiting team, the East Leopards. A 6'2" junior, number 1, Stanford City.
Welcome into the D-Event Center. Game number 4 on semifinal day. Jordan versus East. The region champion out of Region 7 taking on the number 2 seed out of Region 6. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart at Deseret News Rewind. Presented by Tosh Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. And the scoreboard brought to you by Justin Heidemann and Associates. Dane, this is a game for the first time we're going to say this in a while. Two teams who are built very similarly and who play a similar style. This should be a fun one.
It should be a fun one, Dusty. And you look at the East Leopards, and this is a team that, boy, how about the development in 2 games of Cook Daw? And he's gone from a piece to being a foundational block. And for Coach Smith said, you know, first round game was at 9 o'clock. Yesterday he told him it's 9 o'clock in China, man, play like it. And tonight he said, hey, Coach, where's the 9 o'clock? He said, 9 o'clock here. He was like, there was no one more happy to have the triple overtimes in 6A than me because it pushed back our start. And Cook Daw going to be a big piece for the East Leopards here tonight as they look for a big upset over the Jordan Beat Diggers.
And the Jordan Beat Diggers come in. We mentioned the champions out of Region 7. They are led by a spectacular junior in Dyson Koehler.
Man, he is a do-it-all kind of player. He'll shoot the 3. He can go in the blocks. He's a big rebounder, good free throw shooter, and just a junior. And Dyson Koehler, he's done it all year long, Dusty, but he's really had to carry Jordan in the playoffs because some of that support cast has struggled at times in the first round and quarterfinals. Coach Bevel would love to see that supporting cast really start to chip in here in this semi, but make no mistake about it, Jordan is here because of Dyson Koehler.
It'll be very interesting to see how this game plays out because Jordan is a team that came in with high expectations. They didn't like the expectations put on them by 2 guys that have a show that you can watch anytime you want on Facebook Live or Facebook and on Deseret News. But they have been able to gut out a couple of wins and get to this semifinal game with their best game in the playoffs still ahead of them as Mafaleo knocks that ball. I thought it went off Cook Daw's hand. They might re-jump it.
Yeah, I think they will.
No, they're going to say off of Mafaleo.
Like I said, clearly they will not re-jump it. It'll be East basketball.
So Bateman will bring it into the front court as we begin the 5A semifinal winner takes on Corner Canyon as Olympus has fallen. As Cook Daw can't get that one to go. It'll be Cook going to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Mafaleo getting the assignment to try to deal with said Cook Daw. And I actually like that matchup I think that's the right decision for Jordan to try to use Mafaleo rather than Koehler or Mosley because you can get a little more physical and then not necessarily lose the same amount of offense on the other side if you do get in foul trouble. We'll see how Cook Daw deals with that matchup as he's 2 for 2 at the line.
And East coming out a little bit of token pressure here to force the ball up the floor as Koehler goes in the corner. 3 on the way and good. And Taryn Mosley knocks down the 3 and Coach Trace Bevel. His arms might not come uncrossed today, but Nine to 9. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. And Dane, let's kind of catch everyone up. We've had these 2 teams going back and forth. We got 3 team fouls on Jordan, 2 on East. But both these teams are starting up and down the floor, although East starting to control the tempo a little bit.
Yeah, so Mafaleo has 2 personal fouls. He had to come off the floor. He's still off here for Jordan. Mike Ashman hit a big 3. Koehler with 3, Mosley with 3. And meanwhile, for the East Leopards, Dusty, I mean, you look at Cook Daw had their first 4. Mula Bay hit a big 3. And then Taylor Zwick got a nice lay-in, but had just recently picked up a charge call as East back to the zone here.
As Mosley sent to the corner, Koehler hit on the 3, no call.
Yeah.
And on the run with Mulibeya.
Fortunate there because Brennan Hall on the closeout definitely contact and definitely affected the shot. And
yeah,
traveling here.
I wondered if Mulibeya got rid of that in time. And Mr. Official said, no, he did not.
Coach Smith disagreed, by the way.
And you can hear Coach Smith all the way from Mesa, Arizona. I know he's got some family watching him there. His brothers are probably fist pumping. If they're not, 1, 2, 3, fist pump right there.
There you go.
So 9-9 with nearly 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this opening frame. High post. Nearly have that stripped away as Dodd, very active. Ashman, a little wide on the 3. Jordan bucket won't go. Koehler had the rebound and a foul.
Foul number 24, Andre Movie. That's his first personal and the 13th. At the free throw line, shooting 2 will be Dyson Koehler.
Yes, he did. It's a good thing this wasn't a Region 2 gym. He would have busted the glass.
The budget has really been hurt in Granite School District this year. 3 from Mosley, his second. And Coach Bevel's arms come unfolded as he thinks, all right, he's engaged. Man in the pink shoes is lighting it up. Second 3 in the first half.
You know, when we did the game at Wasatch Academy for Jordan, he said, you know, Mosley's a kid. When he scores, we are really, really tough to beat. And we haven't seen Mosley score at that level yet in the games we've done for Jordan this year. Maybe tonight's the night where we get the full display of Taron Mosley. He looks locked in here.
Nice close out there by Mayava, making that shot difficult on Zwick. It wouldn't go. 13 all with 1:28 to go in the first quarter. Outside with Koehler, now Mayava. Now Martine. Dante, give it up. Wow, Oldham. I think they're going to say dual possession there, and that's what the official said. They knocked the ball out of his hand. Oldham never had a clear possession. And it's 15-13 Jordan. Inside, Cook Dobb, reverse it, and score it.
Man, what a start for Cook. 6 points for that young man, 6 from Mulibea. He's going toe-to-toe here with the Jigs.
As nice take, try to fit that in. I don't know, Mosley just lost the handle if it was an errant pass.
I think he was trying to hand it off. Mulibea just slithered in there and intercepted it.
Coach Smith said, I want the last shot. As Moore comes up top. Is it last shot or play number 1? As Moore goes outside Mulibea. Hall on the pump and drive. It won't go. Rebound still loose. Moore has it. Foul. Mosley. Wrong place, wrong time. And it'll put Moore at the line for 2 free throws with 5 seconds to go in the quarter.
Boy, great execution. I mean, you get a good look, but the offensive rebound by Moore, and you mentioned it's just the wrong place for Taron Mosley. Gives us a chance to take a lead.
Zach Moore at clutch free throws the other day in the quarterfinal. Knocks down the first. Second good as well. 17-15 Leopards. 5 seconds to go. See Mayava. We know he can get up and down the floor. Mayava floated. Back rim. And at the end of the first quarter, it is East 17, Jordan 15. You're watching the 5A semifinals on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
Jimmy John's features the new non-grain wing set, made with the best of the best ingredients and great flesh every day. Now available at the Jimmy John's near you. Wheat flour, Jimmy John's. Check out the Deseret News for the best place to read about fresh sports. Online at DeseretNews.com. Deseret News, now you know. Strong Metal Group is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Strong Metal, charging ahead. From time to time, we'll have to pause the game and take a long media timeout, so thanks for your patience. Cheer on, the King Jazz camera might come your way.
Start of the second quarter, Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. East up 2. Dane, it was a great start by Jordan, but a great response from the East Leopards.
Yeah, and I think right now this game playing right into East. I mean, you look at right now, Jordan really hasn't done much to try to attack the high post in this ballgame. Everything's been along the perimeter, trying to get lobs into the paint, and that zone with the athleticism just taking it all away.
Muipeya, his second 3 of the game. He's got 6 points.
Boy, and how about the long ball for East in this tournament? It has shown up.
Outside from Mosley. He'll send out to Koehler, got stripped by Zwick. Ball still loose, and then, whoa, got backcourt. Yeah. I thought that was definitely hit by Zwick. The officials are going to come together, and possession arrow, if they went jump ball, possession arrow would belong to East.
They're going to keep the call. Wow. I did not see that.
And Coach Bevel seemingly accepted the explanation from the official.
Well, he's still having a conversation. I don't know if he's asking about his plans tomorrow night or not. But
oh, Cook Dog going to get that one.
One of those where you got to go a little bit stronger with that one.
And Dog gets it back and puts it in. Timeout, Coach Bevel. How about the East High Leopards? 6:59 left in the half. You're watching the 5A semifinals.
Jordan substitution number 15 to return number 8.
Welcome back to the event center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart. East now up 7 on Jordan. And I'm trying to think, Jordan, it was 9-9 at one point. But the East really playing well. Zwick picks off that pass from Martine. Zwick goes the other way. Mosley there to swat it. That was an absolute roofing by number 1. And now a tee.
So here we go, Dusty. If you recall, American Fork, and there was a technical on an Isaac Johnson dunk, and then the very next game we had Davis Kearns. Remember we had a stare down afterwards. I was like, look, you got to be consistent in stare downs, right? Credit to the officials, because I think a lot of times stare downs on blocks go uncalled, but there was definitely a stare down there. In fact, he actually kind of hung with them. Love the call by the official to come in and keep that enforced. If we're going to enforce it on dunks, enforce it on blocks.
Yeah.
Consistency. Name of my game.
And part of it is that he went back for take 2.
Yeah.
He got an initial, and he might have gotten away with it. There was a look away, and he came back for just a little bit more. Second helping there.
Now, the interesting thing is there was no foul on the play, so that's just his second personal.
And Zwick back rims the technical. He'll stay with East.
We talked about the great start for Mosley, and that's not going to be something Coach Bevel will like.
And he rattles home the second. So 2 free throws and the ball for the Leopards. Looking to extend this now to 10 points or more with the 3.
Mosley still being addressed by Coach Bevel and some of his staff members.
I'm not sure something's up with Mafaleo. Might be a blood situation or.
Looks like it.
And right now, I think Jordan might take a break, have a little bit of Farr's ice cream, kind of regroup, and go back. And Coach Love.
Who wouldn't like some Farr's ice cream, huh?
Coach Love asked us to go help out paying his bills. Can we work on something like that?
Yeah.
6:45 left in the half. They'll go 10 to Mafaleo in the blood issue. As into the front court comes Moore. Well, he might have missed Zwick on that one. But they're going to take their time, are the Leopards. As Hall hands back to Daw. Now outside to Muibeya. Andre, nice drive on Mayava. And it crawls out. Daw with the board back to Muibeya. And he's fouled. That'll be 2 free throws for number 24.
I thought there was contact there. I was surprised that the call didn't come earlier. Almost like a little bit of a delay there for the official, but props to him for getting that call right. I thought Koehler came in to him with the hand, and Muibeya here to the line. How about this? Jordan hasn't scored in the second quarter yet.
As Muibeya missed the first. It's been an up and down state tournament.
Yeah.
It really has. And it's been Koehler's a little bit slow out of the gate offensively, and he's been the offense. And timeout, Coach Smith. 6:13 left in the half. Leopards up 9.
Today's event is being streamed live online on the available streaming live.KSL.com. The Utah High School Activities Association uses groups and sporting goods. For athletes to perform their best, they require the best. And Woodson is delivered for over 100 years. Learn more at Woodson.com. Substitution for the defense. Number 19, Tabitha Mafaleo.
6:13 left in the half. East up 24-15 on Jordan. Beat Diggers, the champions out of Region 7. Slow start. They got to get moving offensively, and it's got to start with Tyson Koehler. It's Koehler in the high post. Nice hard take, can't finish through the contact. Gets the rebound, can't get it. Still fighting for it, and it ends up in the hands of East.
Boy, and a swipe there by Koehler. A couple of opportunities where I thought maybe a foul. They got to hurry up the floor here.
Hall outside Muibeya.
Boy, good battle between Koehler and Daw.
Muibeya, Mafaleo maybe got a piece of that. We'll stay here with East.
Remember, Mafaleo picked up those 2 fouls early. He's had to go to the bench and sit there for a while.
Muibeya sent out more, now to Hall. And now Muibeya comes up top. Hands over to Zach Moore. East can take some time. They have controlled the tempo of this game.
Yes, they have.
After an early great start from Jordan. Inside Daw traveled. But it doesn't look right. You're usually going to see a whistle.
Dusty, it goes back to the saying, guilty feet ain't got no rhythm.
You're not going to get me on this one. George Michael, he is a poet.
There you go, there you go.
A great philosophizer.
Yeah.
Outside now with Jordan.
You know, it's a little thing. But as Connor Smith was coming over, Zach Moore just kind of took a step and gave him a little shoulder. And it's that physicality. It's like, hey, by the way, we here. And you can just see that I think Jordan's having to play with a little bit of that. And I don't want to say they're not accustomed to it. But maybe shaking them here a little bit. We've got an official stoppage here.
We got something on the floor. I could watch Coach Mitch Smith coach all day long. I've said this before. One of these days we're going to have like a bunch of cameras. And then I just want one ISO cam on Coach Smith.
You know, one of the things I love about him the most is the range. That dude, I mean, could we put like a pedometer on him and just track his range during a game? Because he like comes out and then he goes back to the bench. He's like high-fiving everyone, and timeouts, he'll meet him, do like the chest bump at half court. I mean, like that dude, and those are long strides too, by the way.
My favorite was yesterday. It was after the win. Oh, we don't have, he must be a JV player. But he jumped in the arms of, well, the best he could of being as tall as he is.
Right
on top of one of his players. The only player could hold him up for a moment. I mean, just seeing how much he coaches and loves on his guys as much as anybody. And he's just so much fun to go watch.
Well,
so expressive.
Now you got Brandon Maddich mad at us. You talk about two coaches that love their players, and even Coach Solovi, who coaches the girls team. I mean, right now, the coaching staffs at East, hard to beat.
Well, and here's the thing, is that each one of those head guys in all those programs, they all get what they're into.
Yeah.
And they accept it, and they run with it. And that is a very high free and reduced lunch student body and athlete group. And they ask a lot of them, and then they try to help them out, and they become major staples in their lives. They help them a lot more than just their sport. As Ashman kisses that one out the window and ends the drought for Jordan, be able to get on the board.
Yeah, first points in the second half here, and couldn't tell if it was 3-2, 1-2-2. Looked like a 3-2 zone there, but nice job by Jordan, able to break it down with just straight cut to the rim.
Outside Moore, now over to Hall, drive the base. Hall stepped out of bounds.
You know, Jordan was a little, I don't know if shaken's the right word, but they were just out of flow. And East, these last couple of possessions, seen a couple of turnovers, travel, stepping on the end line there. Jordan trying to fight back. But East had that 9-point lead, opportunity to kind of build the cushion, and that opportunity being wasted here in the midpoint of the second. Back to that 2-3.
Smith for three, got it, rattled it home. Connor Smith from the outside, and just like that, back-to-back buckets, and it's a 4-point game.
Boy, not often you're able to shake off that hesitation and get the bucket to fall. I mean, Connor Smith was like, I think, yeah, I'm going to take this, and good on him to make that.
Outside Muibeya, working on Mafaleo. Back on the angle here to Bateman. Now Zwick, Mayava with him. Zwick got through him, and over comes Koehler with the swat. Bateman gets the loose ball. Back up top, Mulibea. The corner three from Zwick is good.
Mentioned they'd want to get him going earlier. How about 10 points for Taylor Zwick tonight?
In the corner, Koehler. And a foul to Cook Daw. And I think Koehler, he got the ball to the rim. And that's number 2 on Cook. And that brings Mosley in off the bench.
I said it in our pregame that I thought the important thing for Jordan would be to try to get fouls on the interior of East, that being Cook Daw and Andre Mulibea. And Daw picking up his second, he's going to have to come off. Can Mulibea kind of hold down the interior because he's got one as well?
Well, it's the outside going for Jordan. Ashman knocks down the three. Back to a 4-point game, answering the three from Zwick. Then answered the three from Smith.
Yeah, and even Coach Bevel had talked about getting penetration and picking up fouls on the East Bigs. Back-to-back threes here. That'll open up some driving lanes for the Digs.
Oh, what a shot by Zwick. Hey, you know what? This young man was struggling with the shot coming into the quarterfinal, and he has played lights out the last 2 games.
Yeah, he has 12 points in this one. I think he had 17 in the quarter, if I recall correctly.
Like high post to Mafaleo going against Mulibea. Tavita sent up top to Mosley.
Boy, Mafaleo had that interior as Mulibea got out of position.
Ashman couldn't get that one to drop, and Zwick went after it. And we're going to stay here with Jordan. Mafaleo and Mosley will come off as Smith and Oldham come on for Coach Bevel. And they go to inbound to Ashman. He's able to save it to Koehler. Koehler had that one stripped by Moore. They're going to get a foul on the floor. Not going to give him the shot. It'll be the 15th foul on the Leopards.
Moore picking up the personal here.
That's the first on Moore. As Mayava quick trigger into Smith. Pumps the three, shoots on the baseline a little strong. Mayava with the rebound. And it'll be Mayava going to the line to shoot 2.
Bateman just got tied up with Mayava on the rebound, and nice job of defense. I don't recall if it was Moore or Hall. I think it was Moore, but on the inbound, kind of overcommitted, was able to at least contest from behind, but couldn't block it. Shot sent long, and Mayava able to fill in that back lane and get the rebound.
Mayava long on that free throw, and it was Mayava in overtime against Maple Mountain, able to get those free throws inside of a second. It was 0.5 seconds left. Split the free throws and gave Jordan the win. And this stave off Maple Mountain. Goes 0 for 2 on that trip, and the rebound is loose. We're going to have a loose ball foul on Koehler, and that is number 2 on Dyson. And not only that, that's a 17th foul, be 1-on-1 on the other end.
And the other thing I was just thinking was we haven't seen Mosley back on the floor since that technical. Hey, here he comes.
He's come off a couple times.
Oh, had he?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. I always say it, and I didn't go through it, but
yeah,
he come on for Smith, and then Smith came back pretty quick.
Koehler going to come off here, having just picked up his second.
And Dyson tried to cool himself off for a moment. As the first free throw is good. And Koehler's going to come right back in. I don't think he was supposed to come off the floor. And the second free throw good as well from Moore. And the officials got a little mixed up there.
Well, Koehler came to check in, and Jordan, I think they wanted, well, I don't know what they wanted.
Yeah. Well, we are in the media. We can say what Coach Bevel was thinking, even if it wasn't what he wasn't thinking, and we can take you step by step by it. As Mafaleo is a little strong on that one. Loose ball, out of bounds off of Ashman. And now Koehler will come back in, and Smith will come off. And Oldham will set the check in, and Bateman comes in for East. So
how about East done a nice job of keeping some distance here,
right,
and with Daw on the bench. Really thought that this would be an opportunity for Jordan to kind of make a push, get back in this ball game, but East has done enough to kind of keep Jordan at bay.
Did the same thing to Skyridge.
Yeah.
Coach Smith has coached a very good tournament. We got a foul away from the ball. That's number 3 on Dyson Koehler as he was bodying up Mulibea. And it'll be one-on-one free throws for Andre Mulibea.
And that's the risky run, bringing him in. We've talked about the battles that we've seen down in the blocks today. And Dyson Koehler, look, he's not going to give up any ground. But having just picked up his third, and Dusty, he's staying on here. You still got 125 left. If I'm East, I'm saying, Mulibea, you go right back down in the blocks, and you battle with that kid.
Well, right now, it's a silenced Jordan crowd as this offense has struggled a bit here in the second quarter, and it'll be Dante Martin coming on for no, he's coming on for Ashman. Oh, okay, there goes Koehler.
Well, Koehler didn't want to come off. He's giving a little Roger Dorn treatment there, and eventually it's
no. As Mulibea front rims a second. 9-point advantage here for East as Mayava bring it over to Ashman. Got to open Smith if they had rotated that ball there. Here's Mayava.
Again, that high post area, Jordan just has not looked there tonight. Been a little surprised by that.
Smith tried to split the defense, and Zwick with the pick. 1 minute to go here in the first half as the East Leopards have played extremely well here in the first 2 quarters. On the angle with Satini. The boys trying to match what the girls did, as the girls are back-to-back state champs. Outside of Zwick, Mulibea for 3. Off the mark, and a rebound to Martin. Now on the run, Mayava. And Dante Martin would love nothing more than to help his Beat Diggers win this game for nothing other more than just winning because he's part of this Jordan team. His sister, Kemery, was on Corner Canyon's basketball team that lost to East in the Girls State Championship a week
retribution.
ago.
You know, the problem with that last shot for Mulibea is there's no rebounding presence for East. Get down in the blocks. Try to give yourself at least a second chance opportunity. Instead, another opportunity that East doesn't convert on. It's still holding a 9-point lead. Can they close it out?
Outside with Martin, now inside. Oldham, kiss it off the window. 7-point game. Will East get it off? Satini does. A little long. At the end of the half, it's the East Leopards 32, Jordan 25. The winner moves on to the 5A championship to take on Corner Canyon. You're watching the 5A semifinals on live.ksl, deseretnews.com. Commentary brought to you by Tosh Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. And the scoreboard brought to you by Justin Heidemann and Associates.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please direct your attention to the second court for Utah High School Activities Association awards presentation. Representing the UHSAA is Brennan Jackson, Assistant Director, and Grant Clark, Executive Director. Each year, the Utah High School Activities Association, in conjunction with the National Federation of State High Schools, honors one student who best exemplifies the ideals of the true heart of the arts and who represents the core mission of education-based activities. Tonight, we honor Taylor Tilley of Jordan High School as the recipient of the UHSAA Heart of the Arts Award. Taylor is a sophomore and has participated on the drill team for the past 2 years. Not only is Taylor a great dancer, she is currently taking 1 advanced placement class and 3 honors classes, and has a 4.0 win point average this school year. Taylor is the personification of sportsmanship, and no doubt has exemplary art and passion for dance. She consistently inspires and lifts her teammates and coaches as she expresses her passion for life through dance, at every practice and in every performance. Never shying away from anything, Taylor stands as an example to all those around her. Lacey Wing, Taylor's coach, writes, "What she has brought to our team, it's hard to even put into words. She is just incredible. We as a team and as a community are better off having known Taylor." Born with a rare genetic disorder called TAR syndrome, Taylor refuses to allow her condition to slow her down, despite her limited use of her arms and a prosthetic leg. Taylor says, "When I'm performing, I feel like I have accomplished something. I like to go out and dance. I have amazing coaches who encourage me every day. I just love feeling included. I'd like to show people what I can do, and that nothing can hold you back." For her courage, endurance, and commitment to overcome the challenges and adversity of life with a positive attitude, please join us now as we honor Taylor Tilton with the 2019 UHSAA Heart of the Arts Award. Congratulations. And now, let's welcome to the floor the Jordan High School Charlottean Drill Team. Performing Go My Way.
What do you want me to say? You scored. How many points you scored in the second quarter? 10. But it came in the last 3 minutes.
And now it's time for the quick throw contest brought to you by America First Credit Union. In the red jerseys tonight, we have Sam Hunter and Dawson Reynolds from Jordan. And in the blue jerseys, we have Caden Young and Walter Plum from East. Each player will have 30 seconds to shoot and make as many free throws as possible. At the end of the 30 seconds, whoever has made the most baskets wins the contest. The lucky winner will receive a $25 Visa gift card and a $20 Megaplex movie card, courtesy of America First Credit Union. So let's get on your mark, get set, and go. And the 30 seconds begins to wind down. In the white jerseys, we've got Dawson and Sam. Walter and Hayden in the blue jerseys. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. And we get a winner. And our winners in the blue jerseys, Hayden and Walter from East. Congratulations, and thanks for participating in the American Verse Credit Union Free Throw Contest. American Verse Credit Union, where numbers come first. Dairy West is comprised of dairy farm families throughout Utah. Dairy farmers have been committed to Utah high school activities for over 30 years, and the devotion remains just as strong today. Thank your local dairy farmers as we thank them for their support. Check out the Deseret News for the best place to read about club sports online at DesNews.com. Deseret News, now you know. Visit MaxPreps.com for stat schedules, rosters, and more. MaxPreps, America's source for high school sports. Today's event is being streamed live online and will be available for replay at live.ksl.com. The Utah High School Activities Association uses products from Wilson Sporting Goods for athletes to perform their best and acquire the best. And Wilson has delivered for over 100 years. It will be East ball to begin the second round.
Start of the second half, Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. East leading by 7 over Jordan. And then what was a terrific second quarter effort from East after Jordan had started out this game really strongly. East really turned it on there in that second quarter. But the big thing to keep in mind is Dyson Koehler playing with 3 personal fouls, and he is the offense. He's been the mainstay for Jordan. Is Mosley. And we'll say this: Terran Mosley has come out and been very, very intent on being a threat tonight on the floor.
Yeah, 8 points for Mosley. And mentioned, I thought that, if Jordan wins this game and has a state championship appearance tomorrow, that it would go a long way towards helping their chances in that game for Mosley to contribute offensively today, as Cook Daw just picks right up where he left off in that first half.
Well, that's where you see Dyson Koehler with those 3 personal fouls. He's had to let Daw go.
Not much he can do. One of the interesting things, we talk about Koehler, Dusty had 25 points in the first round, 27 in the second round. He averages 24, 4 points at half for Dyson Koehler. I mentioned he's been the offense. And
Ashman from the outside, and that's a welcome sign from Coach Bevel.
Boy, Ashman's been the guy. I mean, is that his third 3 of the ball game? And, we talk about scoring. Oh, man.
As Cook Daw. Again, it's a tough matchup for Koehler with the 3 personal fouls. I don't know, maybe they'll swap it up and get Mosley on him.
Well, they started with Mafaleo on Daw, if you recall.
Yep.
And Daw just went right at him, and they've had the switch here. But to your point, Koehler cannot afford to pick up the 4th yet.
Mosley gets his own rebound. They're going to call it out of bounds, or they're getting a foul?
I thought there was a foul. I thought it looked like the leg got held up a little bit, and the leg call, they call Mulibea.
Second on Andre Mulibea. 6:20 left here in the third quarter. Jordan, the Region 7 champs. Had that tough win against Maple Mountain in the first round. Another tough win in the second round. They've not. We talked about it before. Something about for Coach Bevel, his best game's still out there because Jordan has not been able to put everything together that he would like to see, and what won them Region 7 as Koehler. I love that. Not to the floor and did a little push-up. Like, how strong? And that's number 3.
Dustin, we did the Jordan at Wasatch Academy game, and seeing Jordan play that game is like, that's a team that can make a run in the state tournament. And, to see the way they played in that game, I know they lost, but, that's the most competitive game we've seen. And quite frankly, until Koehler picks up his 4th, they're in that game. That's a single-digit ball game until Koehler picked up his 4th. And I think that's the Jordan team that Coach Bevel's still hoping to find in this state tournament. And had a couple days off between that Wasatch Academy game and these playoffs. But if they play like that, I think Jordan is now the best remaining team in 5A. It's just getting back to that level.
Well, right now they'd like to win and get back to play Region 7 foe Corner Canyon as Koehler splits the pair at the free throw line. As Corner Canyon defeated, they scaled Mount Olympus, finally able to get a win against Olympus in the state tournament. As Mafaleo now with Daw sent to the corner. Moore makes the catch, can't get the shot to go. Mafaleo pulls that away from Daw.
Well, 2 great plays by Mafaleo. Said that was the matchup, how they started. And does a great job on the defensive side there.
Mosley short on the 3, and Mulibea pulls down the board. And Mosley knocks that one out, and we'll inbound here near side.
Well, you can see why those Jordan Corner Canyon games were so close, can't you? You watch these 2 lineups and think about Toombs and Welling with Koehler and Mosley.
As nice contest there. Let's see if they'll call that off of Daw, and they do. Daw and Koehler were tied up there. Calling off of Daw. And there'll be a chance for Jordan can get this within a single possession. Five-point lead here for the Leopards. As Mayava goes over to Mosley in the corner. Koehler for 3. Dyson Koehler from the corner.
Dyson with 4 points here in the third. Mentioned just had 4 at the half, and in the first 3 minutes, trying to get Koehler going more and more are the Jordan Beat Diggers.
Inside to Daw, working on Mafaleo. Nice hands there from Martine. Dante with the steal. Or pardon me, that's Ashman. And Ashman gets that to drop, and we're tied at 36.
Boy, what a run. I thought Brennan Hall actually could have come up and grabbed that ball for East. And instead right now, the Leopards, a little shell shot coming out of the half, and it's an 11-4 start for the Digs here in the third.
Got caught watching the paint dry. Full timeout, we'll take it with them. 4:42 left in the third, all tied up at 36.
Ladies and gentlemen, each year the Utah High School Activities Association sponsors an academic all-state team to recognize those young men who have excelled in the classroom as well as competition. The Metro Cruz was joined with the UHSAA as title sponsor to be this year's academic all-state winners. Please visit UHSAA.org.
.442 left in the third quarter, and Jordan, after a tough second quarter, standing up like region champs, and they've been able to tie this thing up at 36.
Well, I think we've seen a lot of things that we've talked about. One, Koehler get more involved. Just had 4 points at the half. He has 8 now. Support scoring, Micah Ashman with 5 points in the quarter. He now has 13 to lead all scorers. And the defensive switch on Cook Daw. I mean, wouldn't be able to stick Koehler on him with the way he's attacking the basket. Both he and Koehler, no, Kohler's on the floor, but Daw on the bench here for East. Where do the Leopards go for points? Because it has been Daw with their only 4 here to start this third quarter.
In the corner, Zwick. And that wouldn't drop. It was dropping in that second quarter. Mayava on the push. Moore right on his hip. Mayava hands off Ashman. And Long on that 3, and the rebound taken by Zwick.
Boy, if that one went for Ashman, Jordan would have to feel awfully good because he has been scoring, and that was an extremely tough shot.
Mulibea short on the tray, and it's Koehler pulling down the rebound. Quickly ahead, and stolen by Satini. Mayava might got ahead of himself. Stanford Satini at Koehler. He might have 3 fouls, but he got that clean. Not worried about it.
Yeah, what a job protecting the rim there by Dyson Koehler. Daw gonna check back in here.
Outside with Moore. Hand off to Zwick. There's Mulibea going on Koehler. Can he get number 4 on Koehler? Gotta be smart. Zwick for 3. And it was 3 quarters down and out. Cooked up, blocked by Mosley. And Mosley gets it ahead to Ashman. Holy Hannah.
To borrow a call, madness at Weber State. That ball's bouncing all over the place. And Ashman holding his shoulder. I mean, he went down to the floor. Bodies came on top of him. Not quite certain if something got maybe twisted or contorted.
Well, he and Mulibea got tied up fighting for that ball. And that one, Ashman just came down on his shoulder. And let the bodies hit the floor.
How about the block inside, though, by Mosley? And we talk about, yeah, he had the technical. But, man, what a job he has done today, bringing the energy and helping to score the rock.
He had a tough first-round game, and Mosley very much locked in as Mulibea send out to Moore. Now Zwick. Long on the 3 and a rebound to Koehler.
Boy, an open look, and Zwick, those were looks he hit in the second half of the quarterfinals. It was a shot he was hitting in the first half. East needs that one to fall here in the second half.
Saw that in game number 1 of the 5A semis. It was Jackson Frank with 5 threes in the second quarter. Didn't hit another one the rest of the game as Koehler gets the foul on Daw, and that is number 4 on Cook.
And that's a big one. I mean, with Daw having to go off the floor, East did a nice job with him on the bench back in the second quarter. But asked to go, I mean, I would presume if he comes off the floor here, that he's going to stay off till the 5-minute mark of the fourth. So you got to go a good 5 minutes without him on the floor.
Well, right now, no one coming off the bench here for East.
Coach Smith having a discussion with the officials. I'm not quite certain if he's thought about the substitution yet, but if you're Cook, got to recognize situation on the floor here.
Free throws good. 37-36 after splitting the 2 there. Bateman will come on for Daw, I presume, but if he has to be smart here until that ball stops.
And Mafaleo really trying to, again, assert that body in the matchup.
And Daw short on the hook, and the rebound to Ashman. Now a chance for Jordan to extend this lead.
Boy, you got to be careful. I mean, Daw was trying to pressure the whole bench. Daw, get back. They didn't want to pick up that 5th foul.
Right now, Coach Bevel got to feel really good. As Mayava floated, left it short. It's Daw with the board, hands off to Mulibea. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Andre, step back going at Mosley. And Mosley with the block. And now a loose ball foul. And that's on Mafaleo, and it's number 3. And now Bateman will come on, and Daw will come off.
You know, Mulibea with the 2. Probably going to move under the basket. If you're Jordan, I try to attack him. Try to get those bigs in foul trouble with Daw, the 4. If you can get Mulibea in foul trouble, you put this East team in a real predicament.
Up top with Hall. Hall, nice drive off the window, won't go. Moore with the rebound. Bateman, Mulibea, drive the base, reverse it. Couldn't get it, gets his own rebound. Mafaleo there to contest, he can't get it. Sticks with it, and it's a +1 for Andre Mulibea.
I know there's a foul and an and one, but how about the job? Is that on Mosley, his 3rd? How about the job that Jordan has done in the second half protecting the rim? Every shot on the inside contested right now. Jordan doing a much better job on the rebounds and on some of these defensive positionings, making everything difficult for East inside.
And Mulibea gets the +1, and that's a 39-37 lead for the Leopards. See if Jordan can continue to answer.
I go right at Mulibea. I'm trying to get him to pick up his 3rd.
Ashman outside. Koehler running the baseline. It's Koehler in the corner, 4-3. Long rebound, Mosley. No call for Mosley as he hits the floor. Ashman tracks it down. He had Mosley sent it under the hoop there for a moment. And now Mayava holding up top. And Coach Bevel might be looking for the last shot.
How about the maturity of Mike Ashman tonight, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Big plays.
Ashman at Hall, off the window. Gets the bump, no call. Tied at 39.
15 now for Micah. And he was the one who came out with the ball on that previous possession for East and then able to score it.
What a take by Mulibea. Oh, and a tough one on Mafaleo. Thought that was on top there.
It might be on Mosley. Yeah.
It is on Mosley. And that is number 4 on Taryn Mosley.
Yeah, I thought the block was clean. I thought the question was whether Mosley had gotten into him, and the official deeming so. So we talk about foul troubles both ways now. Mosley with his 4th.
And the first free throw good for Mulibea. Is it 4 or is that, were they quick get on the board there? They got him at 3.
It's 4. They just changed it.
Okay, he's got it.
Yeah, they're slower on the player updates than the team updates.
Yeah. Mulibea got the first, got the second.
You know, that's one of the other things. You look at this Jordan lineup, Dusty, and you've also got Dyson Koehler with 3. And I think
Mafaleo's got 2.
Well, and Mayava has 3 as well.
Well, we saw in the 6A semis, 4 of the 5 starters from American Fork went out in that triple overtime thriller. None of them played any overtimes. Outside with Koehler. Fall away at the horn. We go to the 4th quarter. Winner moves on to the 5A championship against Corner Canyon. It's East 41, Jordan 39. You're watching the 5A semifinals on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
Thank your local dairy farmers as we thank them for their support. Visit the shirt stop to pick up your state hoodies, t-shirts, and hats. When you're looking for retail quality screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products, reach out to the folks at the shirt stop. Jimmy John's features the new 9-grain wheat salad, made with the best of the best ingredients and baked fresh every day. Now available at Jimmy John's near you. Weekend, Jimmy John's.
Welcome back in the event center, start of the 4th quarter. As always, Dan and I are brought to you by Tosh Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. This week, the scoreboard brought to you by Heidemann and Associates, a full-service law firm dedicated to winning for their clients. No matter if you need help with drafting a will, taking care of your estate planning, protect your business, or even a personal injury. Any law needs you have, give Justin Heidemann and Associates a call, 801-472-7742. I want to thank Justin Heidemann for his support of Deseret News Rewind. Dane, what a game. Jordan responding in that 3rd quarter, and East responds as well, and they lead by 2.
Yeah, it was a great quarter for Jordan. If I'm Coach Bevel, I'm saying just keep doing what we've been doing. Good sharing. Love the hustle by Ashman, and a foul there on the point guard, Nate.
And Mayava got caught that shoulder down. It's a tough one. Those block charges, you know my stance, it's the hardest thing to call. That's a big one on Mayava. So you got Mayava and Mosley with 4, Koehler with 3. Jordan, not a lot of depth there.
But I thought I heard the PA say his 3rd. No, they just did update, so it is 4.
5 team fouls now on the Diggers. Send up top. Hall, Moore, now Satini.
Mayava's still in here, and even more, he's guarding Mulabea. If Mulabea confront him, I'd go right at 5.
Mulibea send out top to Satini. And now Zwick got away from Martine. Zwick down the lane to the rim, and it's a 4-point Leopard lead.
It's the same thing we were talking about back in the 3rd, was with Koehler having his 3 fouls. He had to lay off things. Mayava that time, there's nothing he can do. He knows if he tries to contest that with Zwick, the chance he's picking up the 5 and he's done. Has to just concede the lay-in.
Mayava down the lane, lobs it for Koehler. Koehler fouled by Hall. It'll be Dyson Koehler going to the line for 2 free throws, and Wakely set to check in for Mayava.
You know, one of the things that we've talked about a little bit earlier in this tournament, we talk a lot about Mulabea and Daw, Zwick, obviously the shooter. How about Hall and Moore and what they've brought to this East lineup off the bench and primarily on the defensive side? I think they've done a really good job for the large part of this tournament of contesting shots. As I know Moore gets called on that foul, but it's only his first one. I think that pair's been really strong here in the playoffs for Coach Smith.
And free throw's good from Koehler. In fact, Wakely came on, not from Mayava, he came on from Martine. Coach Bevel's a broadcaster. I'll make you my substitutions through you. Up top of Mulibea. Andre working on Koehler. Here's Zwick working on Wakely. Up top, Moore. Wakely went for that steal, didn't quite get it. Zwick, and I got a foul on Wakely, and it'll be 2 free throws for Taylor Zwick.
And the 16 foul on Jordan. Dusty East going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way.
And Zwick knocks down the first. Big 6:15 left. All these seniors be their final time suiting up for these teams. Winner goes on to play Corner Canyon. Zwick got the first, got the second. 4-point lead for East.
3-2 here for the Leopards.
Wakely to the corner. Koehler, strong drive. Koehler draws the foul on Mulibea. It'll be number 3 on Mulibea. And he'll put Dyson back at the line.
Dyson just had his last 2. Mentioned Jordan been going to him more and more. And one of the things that you love to see, and we've seen it from Mulibea in this tournament, but from Koehler as well, is give me the ball, right? Let me go and do work. And Dyson Koehler able to draw the foul on Mulibea, and talking about 25 points the first round, 27 the second round. He's got 12 right now. I think Jordan's going to have a large dose of Dyson Koehler coming up over the remainder of this ball game as he hits them both.
Dyson gets both of them to go. 45-43. They'll get the scoreboard updated. People are a little nervous, but they'll get it taken care of. 2-point ball game. As Zwick gets past Mayava, and it's Mafaleo with the block. Ashman picks up the loose ball, and now Jordan a chance to tie or take the lead. And Mayava draws the foul on Moore. That's the 6th team foul on East. And for Moore, that's number 2. And now Taryn Mosley comes on, and Mosley playing with those 4 fouls.
Mosley with 4, Mayava with 4, Koehler the 3.
And Cook Daw comes back on, and Daw's got 4. And you got Mulibea with 3. As here's Mosley. Skip to Wakely. Mayava back up top to Taryn. Here's Koehler. And Wakely kept moving, and Koehler threw that thing away. Missed opportunity there for the Beat Diggers. And now Coach Smith, where he wants to go with this basketball. Mosley guarded Mulibea. Mulibea sends out nobody home. Moore moved on him. Back-to-back turnovers in this ballgame. Timeout, Coach Bevel. 4:59 left in the 4th. You're watching the 5A semifinals.
Studs and studs are available at MaxStuds.com, the official studs partner of the UHSAA. Bethesda News sponsors the team trophies for UHSAA television.
4:59 left in the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. As always, presented by Tosh Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. Not feeling right, go give the experts at Tosh a call, 801-314-4040 for a free injury assessment. Jordan just assessed things and curious where this ball goes. It should go to number 4. As Mosley, though, drives to the hole. There's an answer from Taryn Mosley.
And now Jordan picking up the pressure here. Interesting, Mosley and Maava both with 4, and they were kind of leading the way there on the pressure.
Mulibea terminates, skip to Zwick, now Hall. Back out Zwick. And then reset here with Moore. Mulibea, now Maava go inside the dog. Travel. Got going a little quick there.
Left his feet before he dribbled the basketball, and I thought it was a good call. I know he kind of jumped. I don't know if he didn't like it, but I thought that was the right call by the officials.
So all tied up at 45, and Jordan looking to reclaim the lead. Have not led since the second quarter. Unless I'm missing that they had gotten one earlier, but I'm just not remembering right. Maava, high post to Mafaleo. Tavita, hand back to Kale Wakely. Now along the baseline to Koehler, back up top to Mosley. Mosley working on Hall. Mosley loses the handle, ball's loose. Jump ball, possession belongs to East.
Coach Mills across half court asking for a timeout.
So East will reclaim the possession. 3:46 left in the fourth quarter. If you're East, this offense is actually pretty balanced. You got Billy Bay with 13, Daw with 12, been a little while. Zwick with 16, most of those in the first half. Madison has got to go through 24. And here is Mulibea.
I'd go inside to Daw. He's got Mafaleo.
Mulibea for 3, no, rebound to Koehler. And now a foul to Moore, and that will be 1-on-1 free throws for Dyson Koehler. Number 3 on Moore.
That's Moore's third personal foul. That's the 17th foul.
Koehler knocked down his last couple of free throws. He'll need to do so again here.
I think he's 4 for 4 in the quarter.
Knocks down the first. Young man's been a starter since he was a freshman. He's part of that team that knocked off Fremont as a 4 seed in the 5A tournament back when 5A was the top classification. Gets them both. Jordan will be going to 6A. We don't want to make sure we get that correction. A late realignment. And Jordan will be part of Region 3 next year. 47-45 beat Tigers. Come back to get the lead. Been tied up a couple times. Can they hold on here in the last 3 minutes and 5 seconds? Cook Daw. Now Zwick. Forces it on Maava and got it. The senior captain, Taylor Zwick.
All 6 points in the fourth quarter coming from Zwick.
2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. High post with Ashman. Ashman outside to Mosley. Now it's Koehler. Long 2. Got it. Dyson Koehler. He's got 17. Playing time here to get to his average.
I think Kohler's the closer here for Jordan.
Outside to Zwick. Zwick back rim. Rebound taken by Mafaleo. He lined off and now up the floor with Koehler. In the words of Semisonic, it's closing time if you're Jordan. Koehler, Euro step, and it goes. Timeout, Coach Bevel. Jordan up 4.
10 in the quarter for Dyson Koehler, and that one maybe his prettiest of the bunch.
Full timeout. You're watching the 5A semifinals.
Tonight's going to go later than either Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. Jeopardy fans are not going to be happy with this.
.203 left in the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart with you. Jordan with a nice run. Dyson Koehler, 10 points in the quarter, claiming a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Dyson's really taken over. I mean, at first it was from the free throw line, but then that last drive, Dusty, I mean, Mulabea is right on him, and then he's able to step through, and Dawes trying to draw the charge, just step around him, back with that right hand. It was an impressive finish for the junior Dyson Koehler.
Mosley got to be careful, those 4 personal fouls. And there is number 5.
Well, it might be on Nate.
If it's on Mayava or Mosley, that's it. And it's on Mayava.
Yep.
1-on-1 free throws now for Zach Moore as the junior Mayava is fouled out.
And how about this? Mayava didn't score tonight.
Oh, no, they had him early. They got him at 4 now.
The board said 4 previously, didn't it? I swear I've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah. They might have got it fixed as Moore misses the front end. As Mayava will bring it into the front court. Jordan up 4, looking to ice this thing away. Can they force a part 3 against Corner Canyon? Hand off to Mosley, now over to Mafaleo. Koehler gets the foul on Mulabea. Number 4 on Andre Mulabea. And it's 1-on-1 free throws for Dyson Koehler.
That's Mulebea's 4th personal and the 18th foul in the Lions. Shooting 1-1 will be Dyson Koehler.
Kohler's been money from the line in the quarter. Rolls off the first. So misses the front end, a 1-1. Minute 20 to go here in the fourth. Here's Zwick.
Still the only Leopard to score in this fourth is Taylor.
Does East have an answer?
We got to be quicker with that ball. There was a screen on Maeva. You got to get that to Zwick a lot quicker.
Inside of a minute. 3 from Mulabea. Short. Rebound loose and Jordan basketball.
Yeah. Daw reached down to get it and just went off his fingertips. He was the last to touch it.
We'll reset things. 4 timeouts for each side. Possession arrow belongs to Jordan. We're still in 1-on-1 on both sides. 18 fouls for East, 7 for Jordan. You have 4 on Mulabea, 4 on Daw. You have 4 on Mosley. And you got wide open Mosley down the floor. Koehler still doesn't see him. Dyson, give it up to Ashman. Lays it home. 6-point lead.
Mr. Consistency, Micah Ashman, with the points that maybe put this out of reach.
Mulabea short. Koehler and Mulabea battling for that, and that's number 5 on Andre Mulabea. And the junior Mulabea is fouled out of this semifinal. And the timeout on the floor. 35 seconds left. You're watching the 5A semifinals on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. So Jordan leading by 6, 35.7 seconds left, and be Dyson Koehler at the line, and this young man has been a part of the resurrection of the Jordan basketball program. Coach Trace Bevel took over for Rob Geertsen. Geertsen had won a playoff game in 2007, did not win another one until that 2017 tournament when Koehler was a freshman. They upset the 1 seed Fremont and won that game last year, lost in the quarterfinals, get the semis this year. 7-point lead, looks like they're moving on to the championship game. And Dane, what Coach Bevel has done at Jordan is extremely impressive.
Man, it is. And, you know, so hard to build a program. And when you look, competing with Corner Canyon, competing with Alta and Brighton and some of those great programs, great job of building this Jordan team and taking them to success that they haven't been at, Dusty.
And that will be the 5th on Cook Daw, and that senior center. He's had his ups and downs in the season, but man, he has been spectacular in the state tournament.
You know, one of the things we've talked a little bit about it is Koehler, 12 points in this 4th quarter. He had 4 at half. He's got 17 in the second half, 21 for Jordan. I have to wait for the substitution with Daw fouling out. Another East Leopard needs to come on the floor.
So Bateman will come off the bench. But what Trace Bevel's done, I mean, both of us in our bracketology had Jordan in the championship game. Different ways of getting there.
Yep.
But both had Jordan playing Olympus. But as it is, it's an all-Region 7 championship. And it's credit to Jordan Beat Diggers getting there. And, of course, Corner Canyon going through Olympus to get to the championship game. And it's going to set up what's going to be – look, 3 of the last 4 times those teams have played, it has been a buzzer beater from Dyson Koehler. 2 of them this year. 3-pointers to win from Dyson.
How about the path for Jordan in this state tournament? I mean, a tough first round, and then you have the second round, and that game was very competitive. East, I mean, they looked like – Dusty, East had Jordan out of sync in that first half, and Jordan able to claw back. Boy, Koehler just jammed a finger. Koehler holding that hand, and they got one more game tomorrow. It's going to be a short turnaround, and you have to hope that's going to be okay for Dyson Koehler. He's still holding that thing.
That's his thumb.
I've done that playing basketball, and usually, well, the last 2 times I did, I broke fingers. It made me retire, Dusty. I'm serious.
I believe you.
I got some magical things.
You got a color analyst that can do like this.
Hey, these are the money makers, my friend.
As Bateman comes on.
Keyboard magic.
Bateman comes back on for Coach Smith. It's Zach Moore at the line.
You know, when we talk about that path for Jordan, it's now an 18-7 4th quarter. And the adversity they've gone through in this tournament and the resolve shown, pretty impressive.
18.5 seconds left before the Jordan Beat Diggers will start celebrating a trip to the championship game. Coach Bevel, I'll share this now. Maybe he'll get mad at me. He said, look, when we got into this season, I don't want anyone to have expectations for us. I picked us to take last in our region. And it was what his mentality was, is that no one believes in you. No one thinks you're that good. You aren't that good. You have to earn your way to being considered to be good. And this Jordan team goes and wins a region championship in what we thought would be the toughest region in 5A.
Yep.
And now they find themselves, they've earned their way to the championship game in 5A.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you can say what you want about who they played or didn't play in the postseason, but the reality is they had to overcome a lot of really good teams to get here. And, I mean, that Maple Mountain test, second round as well, when they had to go up against Murray. That was a Murray team that got off to a blazing start in that game. They were down double figures to the Spartans.
As Bateman fires up that three and banks it home, and Coach Smith takes a timeout with 10 seconds left. And it will be a full timeout. And it is. You're watching the 5A semifinals, 10 seconds to go here on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Ten seconds to go in the 5A semifinals. Jordan just needs to ice this thing away at the free throw line. It's double bonus time for the Beat Diggers, getting in cleanly. For East, they have 2 timeouts left, so steal and a 3, they can stop the clock. As Mayaba gets that in to Mafaleo. And Tavito will walk down to the other end of the floor for a couple free throws.
Jordan Vallejo, number 14, Dante Logan.
But you look at this game, Dane, Dyson Koehler was able to get help, and Ashman really had been that guy to kind of step up. Mosley had a good game too,
Yeah.
but Ashman had those clutch buckets there in the third quarter when really things were not going the way that the Beat Diggers wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you look at this game, and Koehler obviously closed it out for Jordan, 12 points in the fourth, and he was the guy who really kind of helped to, finalize things. But when that offense was struggling, I mean, Koehler didn't score in the second quarter. And you even look in that third, when he had 5, Taron Mosley scored the only other bucket. It was Micah Ashman that they were really relying on. Had 12 points in the second and third quarters to contribute to his 17 tonight.
Up the floor, Moore off the mark. Mayava with the rebound. And the Jordan Beat Diggers, 2.8 seconds left. This is a team that went to overtime. We're down. Mayaba got fouled inside of a second remaining to knock down a free throw to win that first round game. That game against Murray, down double-digit points, come back to go run away and win that one. As that's not a good sign. As
Martin
Dante Martin.
So how about 2 significant injuries to Jordan coming here? Well, I shouldn't say significant, but visually apparent injuries occurring inside the last 30 seconds.
As Taylor Zwick comes off the floor for the last time as an East Leopard. And man, we've covered for a number of years and been a great run. He had a great first half. He's been a multi-year starter at East. And Mayaba splits the pair.
Looked over to the coaching staff too. Gave them a little nod.
3 on the way, and that'll do it. The Jordan Beat Diggers run through the bottom part of the bracket, and they make it an All-Region 7 championship. Can they get Corner Canyon 3 times and win a state title? They now get to find out.
Going to be a doozy of a ball game, Dusty, and it's turning into a real great rivalry in basketball. All-Region 7 final, and boy, Dyson Koehler. Going to be interesting to see how that thumb holds up in that game tomorrow. But if they get the support scoring like they did tonight, boy, I think we're in for a doozy of a 5A championship.
What a game. Dan, your thoughts or your player of the game?
Well, I think Dyson Koehler, the way he put this ball game away, 21 points, 12 of those coming in that fourth. He's our player of the ball game, and they're going to need him one more time to go for 20-plus here at the D Event Center in order to capture a state championship.
Jordan made it to the championship game. Congratulations to Coach Trace Bevel and the Beat Diggers. They knock off East to now face Corner Canyon in the state championship. For Vince Francis, Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow night. 5A state championship right here on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.